My name is Brian Abbott, and I'm the founder of 310Antiques.com. Well, maybe you've learned about carat and color and clarity, and you have a clue about that and cut, so you think you know a little bit about diamonds. Let me tell you about two places where you can be taken advantage of that are not obvious, even if you have a certificate by a company like GIA. Those two things are fluorescence and proportions, and they're two things that more often than not your jeweler or your diamond broker is not going to talk to you about. He's not going to bring it up. Well, you need to bring it up, and you need to understand it. Number one, fluorescence in a diamond can cause a diamond to appear, in the trade we say it appears greasy. So what that means is it doesn't look brilliant. It looks kind of cloudy. And it might have great clarity, and it might have great color. It might be a G to H stone, and it might be VVS in clarity, but it has high or intense blue fluorescence. And so when you look at it, it still looks dingy. Well, if you're price shopping this diamond, and you understand, for instance, what the Rappaport value is, the Rappaport diamond sheet, that's the price guide that dealers use. You understand that the diamond you're looking for has a wrap value of $10,000 a carat, let's say. And if you're shopping around from dealer to dealer looking at stones, well, the one guy's stone seems to be less. It's a 3-carat stone. This guy wants $25,000. This guy wants $31,000. But your guy only wants, let's say, $19,000. So it seems like a deal. Seems like you're saving some money. Well, if the diamond is highly fluorescent, guess what? You're not saving money. It's a horrible value. You've really hurt yourself if you went in for that. So fluorescence is one aspect you've got to really give consideration to. You have to know what you're talking about, and you've got to ask these questions and look on your GIA cert, because it states fluorescence. You need to see what it is. You want, mild or medium blue or low fluorescence. You don't want high fluorescence, and it'll hurt you. The other thing that they don't tell you about, and some guys will, but you need to be very aware of it. It's got to be in the forefront of your mind, these two things, fluorescence, the other one is proportions, okay? So proportions, how can you get hurt with proportions? Well, in the industry, we have a couple of terms that they might be antiquated terms by now, but we would say that a stone was cut, a diamond was cut like a bullet. So it was very deep. And when you pull a diamond this way, the edges come in, and when you cut it like that, and it ends up being shaped oblong. Or like a pancake, flat like a pancake. Diamonds cut, it's very little depth, and the width is very wide. And you can hide it. You can mount a diamond that's cut flat like a pancake. You can mount it in a ring or a mounting where you can't really see the bottom half of the stone very well. And so it looks like a giant diamond, and based on typical measurements with diamonds, if you use a what we call a leverage gauge, which is essentially like a micrometer for measuring the width of a diamond, when you measure the width, you sort of estimate what the depth would probably be, and you think, Jesus, a 5-carat stone. Well, when you take it out of the mounting, the depth is off by so much because it's not cut proportionally correct, that you actually have a 1.5 carat stone, and you can imagine the value difference between the two. So proportions are important, and for each diamond and each diamond shape there are correct proportions, and there is a margin of error. You can be off by a little bit, but you don't want to be off significantly. A diamond that is cut disproportionately, it's not as it should be cut, trades for a significant discount on the wholesale market. So again, just like with fluorescence, if you're shopping around for, let's say, a 5-carat diamond, and you see a few different dealers, and one guy seems significantly less, That's another thing to ask. You're going to ask fluorescence, but also proportions. How well is this diamond cut? Because if it's cut off, it's not a deal. It's a really bad deal, and you got to run the other direction.